Good evening, colleagues. Good evening. Good evening. This Furahi Day has started so early. Some people are not even hearing, listening. Can you look at me here? I can see you. There, right there. Anyway, I just need to draw your attention. Today is a trivia, Sundowner trivia evening. And I would like to welcome each and every one of you and say thank you so much for attending this occasion. And I hope we are all going to have a good time as we've always done in the evenings. Apart from the knowing about customer service, we'll also be having trivias and later on food, which is what, if it misses in an event, then there's no event. But before we start, I would like us to start with our promise slogan. Can we have some silence? Can we have some silence? Okay, thank you very much. I wanted everyone to pay attention to the slogan so that we say it. And as you say this slogan, please internalize it and say like you mean it. Don't just make it a recitation. And I hope a lot of us have now memorized it. So, can we start? What is our promise? I am the champion of change. I will work and serve diligently. I will uphold the highest standards of service because change is me. Change is who? Huh? Why are you looking at me like it's me, it's you? Lewis. Yeah, change is me. I hope that we all put these words into meaning as we recite them, not only today. I'm hoping that even as you come to the office every day, you remember that change is you, and you're going to do everything that the slogan says. Apart from being the champion of change, working and serving diligently, and also upholding the highest standards of service. As you know, we have a customer service charter in the authority, and the custodian of this charter is not CPA as a department. We're only coordinators and help to remind you or help to put these guidelines in place, but the custodian of that service charter is all of us, because change is us. Change is me as a person, and change is us as an authority. And so this day, as we go through the trivia evening, we'd like to remind ourselves that the customer is the most important. Can we have some discipline here?
Not that one.
Are you discussing the answers already? Yeah, let's pay a little attention. Every time, every season has its time. So we're going to have time to chat and also to deliberate on the questions that will be set. But what I was saying is that we need to remind ourselves on the importance of customer service in the organization, because we are serving the public. We are here to serve Kenyans, and when we come to the office, that should be our sole purpose. Apart from the interactions and the networks that you have here every day with colleagues, your purpose here is to serve the customer and the client who walks through the gate, through the reception, to the front of your desk, or whoever walks to you, even online, is a customer, because a lot of our work is also online based. This week, we have been having celebrations and activities to mark the celebrations of which week? No one can remember? What week? Customer Service Week. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you're sure of yourselves. Yes, we've been celebrating the Customer Service Week, and this is celebrated internationally, not only here at CA. I'm sure many of you may have received messages from your bankers and from other people who provide services to you, wishing you a happy Customer Service Week, or wherever it is. Actually, I went somewhere and I was delighted by the service. I won't say which agency. And I can say institutions out there have actually exerted themselves in showing how well they can serve their customers. And I am hoping that this week, as we went through it, you are all very alert to the fact that customers were waiting to see what kind of service or delight we would give to them. And so we had activities, part of which included delighting our customers with, some wow effect, as well as even internally here, we as service providers also were acknowledged as part of the this system, because on one hand, to have of course a customer, you have to have the service provider, and the service provider is us here. There's a lot of noise from this corner. Why? Okay, I will give them a break, but I'm hoping that we can all listen. Actually am preparing the ground for the Director General or his representative. I would not want the Director General to come here and speak to a noisy audience. I'm hoping that we will all pay attention, because what he's about to say is very, very important. Anyway, the point is, as I represent the Director of Consumer and Public Affairs, Mr. Ombua, you all know him. He's not able to be here with us today because he had an emergency. But I would like to reiterate the importance of us serving our customers well, sticking to the timelines and to the standards that we ourselves determined and set, and also giving what is expected of us as public servants in Kenya. And as I finish my remarks, I would like us to have some snippet of what happened during the week. There are people who were involved intricately in the activities of the Customer Service Week. And before I forget, actually, we also had the In Your Shoes program. How many were involved in your shoes here? Or how many wore other people's shoes? Nobody? Who? Nancy, were you there or not? I see your hand moving like it's deciding. Who else was there? Anyway, a number of people are involved here and in the regional offices, and they were able to feel how the other people feel in their jobs throughout the week. And part of what you're going to see in the video would be an iteration of the experiences that they had. And as it was mentioned by the DG last week on Friday, that was merely a pilot, and we are hoping that we will continue with the program so that we can all exchange these experiences and be able to empathize with our colleagues when they're doing their work, so that when it comes to response time, you're not taking your time to do that. Now, going on swiftly, we have a speaker here, like I mentioned before, on knowledge management and its importance in service delivery. Our speaker is called Mr. Moses Wadegu. He's from Forward Solutions. A number of you have already attended some trainings in knowledge management. And this program, I believe the HCA department or training unit has set for a number of groups in times to come. But before he comes, I would like to mention that Moses is a passionate speaker on matters of knowledge management, innovation and research. And he will be happy to give you just a little tiny bit of what knowledge management is, and hope that you will have some takeaways today which can keep you salivating for the main program when it comes your way. Welcome, Moses. You have 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. I hope I'll make use of the 5 minutes that I have. Good morning. I'm told that the first greeting is always a good morning, unless you've changed. Okay? I'm Moses Wadegu. Just as she has mentioned, I'm very passionate about knowledge management, and I've worked with several organizations in rolling out knowledge management and helping them actually leverage on the knowledge that they have and reaching their potential in terms of utilizing their knowledge. I think this is a good opportunity to help us understand how knowledge management actually interacts with our services and the level of service delivery in Communication Authority. I think we all make decisions, isn't it? We all make decisions, and even today we made a decision to come and sit in this forum. We've made a decision, a deliberate decision, to be members of a particular team and be able to participate in the activities that are upcoming. We make decisions, but decisions have consequences, isn't it? The consequence of our decision can either be positive or negative. If it is negative, you have to find a way of learning and being able to correct and move forward as an organization. So that thing that enables you make a decision is what we call knowledge. So basically, our life revolves around knowledge, and we all want to make effective decisions. It therefore means that you have to be able to manage our knowledge effectively if you want to make decisions. Now, our service delivery is actually affected by the kind of decisions that we make. If we make wrong decision, it will probably, we'll be able to see the results will be reflected in the kind of service that we'll be offering to our clients and how much our clients are going to be satisfied going forward. So it's up to us to be able to ensure that every single decision that you are going to make, actually, I was looking at the videos here, and I think there are very many effective decisions that were made along the week to be able to fit yourself in other people's shoes and ensure that you can be able to offer better service to clients. It hurts when you get at the door there. You've been a member of CA for a very long time, and a customer asks you of something, somebody who is in a hurry, and you cannot be able to answer, probably because you don't know. But when you move on with this kind of platforms, you are able to learn what others are doing, and you are able to assist others in terms of addressing their issues. Because you see, when a customer comes to CA, he doesn't know whether you are a finance officer, you are a procurement officer, or you are in HR or in another department. They don't know that. They just know that you are a CA employee, and you need to be able to answer to their needs. So then we need to ensure that we can be able to get the right knowledge to the right people at the right time and for the right purpose of making decisions. And that is why knowledge management is there. If you can be able to get access to the right knowledge at the right time, you'll be able to make effective decisions and serve your customers well. We actually did a survey here and did an audit, which all of you actually participated. And the outcome was that actually 30% of your time you search looking for knowledge to help you make decisions. And 40% of the time, you don't actually get that knowledge. That is why we need to implement knowledge management and ensure that we can be able to get you the right knowledge and the right time and to help you make a decision. And how have you been able to do this? I'm sure you're aware that we have knowledge management champions within the organization who are driving the knowledge management agenda. And one of the main ideas that they've been able to conceptualize is that knowledge management should be able to drive them to have a culture of better performance or to improve performance in the organization and productivity. So knowledge, being able to identify knowledge when you require it will help you deliver your services faster and ensure that you're able to provide services to customers effectively. So knowledge management actually links directly to your customer service framework, the service delivery framework. If you've said that you're going to probably, I don't know of other services, but I'm a supplier, and there is a promise that you've made that you're going to pay me in 30 days. If you cannot be able to pay me in 30 days if you are not able to get the right information at the right time. You're not able to get the right knowledge at the right time to ensure that you deliver your services. So I think I've taken the 5 minutes. I wish you well, and we are still moving on. I think there are several other frameworks that will be put into place to drive this agenda. And what the service delivery team has been able to develop is also one of those formats or platforms for ensuring that we are able to share knowledge and ensure that everybody is aware of the knowledge that is required to deliver services in the authority. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Moses, for giving us that good information. I'm sure when it gets to our turn to get trained, We will learn more about knowledge, the difference between that and information and data, and also the difference with the Mushene. Is Mushene also a knowledge source or not? Going on swiftly, I would like now to invite Engineer Leo Boruet. He's our Director for Multimedia Services. He's going to give us a little bit of the message that he has from the Director General, Mr. Wangusi, who's not here, and to tell us what he thinks, what the Director General thinks, or what management thinks about customer service, the celebration of this day, and whatever else he'll have to say. Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, kindly receive apologies from the Director General, Mr. Francis Wangusi, who would have wished to be with you this evening. Mr. Wangusi, Director General, has sent me to deliver his message. And his message is basically, one, he would have wished to be with you. And management, as well as the DG, recognizes this as one of the events for sustaining awareness, Sundowner. I think it's the first one this financial year. We had some last financial year, but the first one for this financial year. CA plays an important role in facilitating, our mandate in terms of telecom, in terms of multimedia, e-commerce. The issue is for us to satisfy our mandate, we have an obligation to ensure service delivery. And to meet the above expectations, we have no choice but to serve our stakeholders. And our stakeholders include licensees, it includes consumers, it includes suppliers, and even the government. They are really the shareholders and our partners. The board and management, the board really has been supportive of this process. And one is the regulatory tools we have. We have regulatory tools in what we use for monitoring the licensees. We have also tools, just working tools within the authority. We have also expanded to the region, and that's one way of enhancing our delivery. We are now present in 4 regions, also in Nairobi. We've also certified ourselves in ISO 9001, that's a quality management system, as well as the ISO 27001, which is on the security, information security. We're also in the process of automating our processes. I think was it last month or 2 months ago, where we launched the Mabawa 2023 program. And we are targeting to go live in the month of November, at least for the first phase, which is the ERP. As much as we are required to do this to serve our mandate, there are also constitutional requirements. There is Article 46. Article 46 talks about consumer protection. There's also Article 232. 232 talks about providing quick, quality, and efficient services to the public. And that's why the authority really has a strategy. And the strategy has got initiatives. And one of these, what we are doing this evening, the Sundowner Trivia, and even the In Your Shoes program, which we have just seen. We also conduct customer satisfaction survey. And I remember last year, the results were not pleasing. But this year, there's a lot of improvement. From 73% last year, to 76%. So on the part of the DG, he commits to be a pace setter, and management. Okay, the DG challenges the rest of us to work together as a team so that we can serve our customers. As I conclude, I want to thank CPA for organizing this event and congratulate those who will work with prices this